Well, good evening. Wonky here, or Wonky Astronomer. I should call myself by my proper name. Just checking that my audio is working. It is working, so I can take out the earphone. I'm getting tangled here already. I've got too many wires. All right. Welcome to the solar eclipse, the Great American Eclipse of 2024. And what you're seeing there in the top left is a feed from NASA of the current state of the eclipse in Mazatlan, Mexico. And I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly because I don't know how to pronounce these Mexican names. And the big image you're seeing there is a feed from Mexico. I'm not sure if it's Mazatlan exactly, but it's somewhere in Mexico. Mexico will be the first place to get the eclipse, get the totality. Now, we've also got a simulation there on the left in the middle over here. And that is also at Mazatlan. And in the top right, we've got the timings for various places. As you can see, the first place on the list is Mazatlan. And it's currently in the partial phase. And totality is in 5.5 minutes. So, and it's getting very exciting. Now we're getting a few comments here. How long will it last for? Well, the whole thing is going to last for an hour and 40 minutes or so as the shadow crosses the US. But totality in any one spot will only last for about 4 minutes. Now, yes, thank you. 4 minutes or so. Now, one of the things that people have been very concerned about is the weather. Let's have a look at the weather. Yeah, the weather is looking a lot better than the forecasts were like even a couple of days ago. I'll just refresh that. This is satellite image. And if we look at the last few hours there. The track of the eclipse is something like through this area. And I think, yeah, it looks like it's going to be fairly clear. Forecasts are reasonably good. You can see from, if we go back to that wide view from Mexico, there's a few clouds there. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. All right, now just let me check my graphics. Okay. Bring up that graphic. Okay, so now on the bottom left, we've got a visualization of the shadow. We're getting a few people, I think we've got a lot of people watching from Africa tonight. I think that's because my promotion of this event on Facebook, I told her to promote it in lots of different places, including Africa, but it seems that most of it went to Africa. So welcome to our African viewers. Oh, there's Nana Chan from the USA. I think, yeah, I don't think you'll be getting totality in your part of the country. I know Nana Chan from YouTube. Viewer from Guyana there. And someone from Algiers. All right, how many viewers do we have? We've got 11 on YouTube, 24 on Facebook. I'm also on Twitch, actually, but it's probably, I don't know Twitch very well, so I don't know. Wait a minute, can I check my viewers? I think I have 0 viewers on Twitch. I think I don't have any followers on Twitch. But you got to start somewhere. Watching from Mauritius. I knew someone from Mauritius a long time ago. Very nice part of the world. San Antonio, Texas. Very cloudy, unfortunately. Oh, that's interesting. Because Texas is a big one. It's the, well, as they say, it's big. But yeah, the shadow will be going through Texas. Now, let's look at that visualization there, because the shadow is getting very close to Mazatlan. And what I'm going to do, yeah, so totality is coming in just under a minute, 50 seconds in Mazatlan. So let me switch back to someone from USA. Okay. Switch back to this view, which I believe is from Mazatlan. I'm not sure though. It could be somewhere else in Mexico. Watching from Georgetown, Guyana, South America. Excellent. Okay, now I might just turn on the sound on this feed. I really don't know if they're going to show a close angle. Now, according to my timer, we should be in totality now. Or it must be very close. The NASA feed is showing, it's breaking up a little bit. It's showing a very thin crescent. Okay, I think NASA's taking their filters off. Oh, and there we have totality. I think. Oh, that is the diamond ring effect. Okay, and there is totality in the top left from NASA. We're seeing it in my simulation as well. This feed, I think this feed must be from somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to go to ABC America.
My loves of my life.
That's amazing.
They're in totality.
Well, I'm so glad that we could share this moment with you. What's your take on this? I mean, it's just incredible, no?
I will go see every single one I can.
That's amazing. Well, enjoy. I don't want to interrupt the moment. Have an amazing time. Truly, David and Lindsay, I mean, the joy on people's faces in this kind of an event is something that it's just a welcome sight in this day and age, isn't it? Tanya, tell me what you're thinking. This is Tanya from Minnesota. Tanya?
Hi, it's incredible. It's the sun, the sky. It's the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And this white light, it's like...
You've never seen something like this before.
It's like heaven is calling down. It's amazing.
This is your mom here next to you.
This is my mom.
Yeah, tell me what you're thinking.
It's another Mazatlan sunset. We get 2 in one day. It's just beautiful.
To share this moment with your daughter?
Pretty special.
Aww.
She's pretty
special.
special.
Place, special event, special person.
Yeah.
So great. And we'll just go down the line here, David and Lindsay. Last interview here. Tell me what you guys are thinking.
This is the most incredible thing. I don't even know what I was expecting, but I think this was even more remarkable than what I was expecting. It's
Awesome doesn't even begin to describe it.
Have you seen something like this before?
I'm almost 69 years old. This is my first total solar eclipse. It's unbelievable. I mean, I never would have believed this. It's
Amazing.
incredible.
This is
Well,
How about you?
Bienvenidos a Mexico. This is amazing for me as well. This is incredible, isn't it? So this is my first one. So David and Lindsay, I mean, you can just see this is such a unique, incredible experience, and this is what you guys are going to be seeing, and what the rest of the United States is going to be seeing over the next, hour, 2 hours or so. This is the first spot in mainland North America where this totality can be seen, and the anticipation, the build-up to bring us to this moment, it's truly stunning.
Let's ask you a couple quick questions if we can, Matt. It's so moving to hear you talk with the folks down there, some of them tearful.
Amy from New Jersey.
Right? Wasn't that just an incredible moment? And the man who said, I'm 69 years old, have never seen anything like this. We should mention Matt took off his glasses, as you can, during just that portion. That's the actual total eclipse. And if it feels like this is longer than a few years back, it is. Some of these moments are 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes long. Mexico is seeing one of the longest moments of totality. And Matt, I couldn't help but to notice the diamond ring effect at the very end there, sort of the corona around the sun and that splash of light just before it went into totality.
Yep. It's just incredible to see. And the amazing thing is that this is a part of Mexico where you do see tourists come down, but it's not Cancun. It's not Puerto Vallarta, it's not Cabo San Lucas, and yet to see so many people here, and it's not just Americans, David and Lindsay. I mean, we've spoke to people from China who came all the way here. We spoke to the people from the United Kingdom. I think there's this...
All right, I'll just point out in that view you can see, they've taken it off, but let's say in the NASA view up here you can see a prominence on the edge of the sun, which is a huge, there's a few actually. There's one up there, one up there. Huge ejections of material from the surface of the sun, which become visible when the main body of the sun is hidden. Now, totality, according to my timer, has ended. I think these streams are a little bit delayed. But, yep, totality has ended in Mazatlan. Oh, and the one, okay, let's go to this one. This is in, I believe, Durango. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Sono due enormi di protuberanze.
Watching from Suriname, South America. And Botswana. So we have totality now in Durango. That's a very nice view. I like to hear the background sounds, the ambience of the people who are in awe. Just going to check.
La cometa. Sì, sì. Ma è enorme la corona, ragazzi, è estesissima.
Unfortunately, we can't see it from India. You're quite right, and I can't see it from where I am either. I'm in Australia. It's about 4 a.m. here. Two more years in Spain. Is there an eclipse in Spain in 2 years? I'm not sure about that. That'll be good. There's one here where I am in 4 years.
Guardatevi intorno, ragazzi, intorno. Tramonto.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my location on the simulation to the next location, which is Torreon. Probably pronouncing that incorrectly. August 2026 in Spain, I guess that is, yeah. Excellent. It's good when a solar eclipse goes right over you. Georgetown, Guyana. Sun very hot, like if you're close to a hot boiling water. Well, it is very hot. And I'm not sure how much you can see of the eclipse from South America. Certainly, a lot of South America will get a partial eclipse. Should be partially eclipsed right now. Oh, there's Strat Boy. Hello, Strat Boy. You're always on my streams. Suriname very hot now. Can't see the eclipse from there. What do I recommend? Go to the forest, mountains, or the beach? Well, if you haven't gone there already, it's too late. I mean, it'll all be over in about an hour and a half. Okay, I think totality's ending in Durango, as you can see from that bottom left shadow track. It's just leaving Durango and getting very close to Torreon.
Guardate l'ombra che è andata via, tutta a sinistra. Era in fondo. È andata.
Okay, I might go
Tra 5 minuti
to...
su Torreon, tornate su coi filtri.
the CBS stream.
Seconds.
That's right.
You nailed it, Tony. Yeah, 4
Yep,
minutes.
that's a view from
24
Torreon.
seconds. So we'll have a lot of totality for you coming up.
Got it. Then Kerville is about 15 minutes away from totality. The one that we're seeing, we're very close now, that's Torreon, Mexico. So to talk about that, we're joined by one of the country's best-known science educators, Bill Nye, the science guy, and he is along the path of totality in Fredericksburg, Texas. And he's going to share his tips for having the best experience while watching the eclipse. Bill, so good to talk to you. How do you experience
It is a superb sight.
Lost audio, yes. Sorry about that. I forgot to press a button. So I was saying that we have totality in Torreon. I'll just check that my audio is coming through correctly. Yep. I've got to remember to press that button. Okay, now what I might do is just zoom out of this simulation and point out a couple of things. On the left there, that simulation. Actually, I might wait until Torreon finishes totality. I'll just point out when Torreon finishes totality in less than in about a minute, I'll point out a few other things in the sky that you can see during totality. There's a few planets. A couple of comments. Thank you for doing this. NASA stream was annoying. Live shadow map. Yeah, you can't beat the live shadow map. It's actually, yeah, this one. This is a very good map. It's from NASA. Audio's back. Thank you. All right, totality should be very close to ending. I think, you know, all these streams are a little bit delayed, so my timings up in the top right there, it says totality's just ended, but it's a little slower to happen on the streams. There it is, coming out of totality now. There's the diamond ring. Put your filters back on. Yeah, they've put their filter back on. Now you just see a very thin sliver of the sun. Okay, let's look at the simulation. This is actually the one from Torreon, where you can see that the totality has just ended. But I'll point out a few things in the sky. Let's zoom right out. And you know, there's a view of the land and the sky. So during totality, you may be able to spot a few planets to the right of the sun. So there's the sun there when it's eclipsed. To the right is Venus. That's the brightest planet. And you should definitely be able to see that. And almost certainly Jupiter, which is over here. This simulation is showing these planets a little bigger than they really are. And actually all the planets are in the sky. There's Jupiter. Next to it is Uranus, but that's, you know, you won't be able to see that. That's on the verge of naked eye visibility. As I said, Venus over there. Just to the right of that is Neptune. You won't be able to see that either. You need a telescope for that. And then further over, we've got Saturn. You might spot that. That's reasonably bright. And Mars as well. They're both quite bright. So look out for those. There's Neptune. I mentioned Neptune. So actually we've got all the planets. Oh, the other one is Mercury. Mercury is fairly close to the sun. So you've got Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. It's all the planets. It's the full set. Can't beat that. Let me just check in on a couple of comments. Beautiful weather in New Jersey, but expect some rain. Yeah. Well, it should reach. Is it going through New Jersey? Not quite. It's going through New York and Pennsylvania, Vermont. So you'll only get a partial eclipse there. What is that animal looking thing down from there? Oh, I guess you're talking about the these animals here on the display. These are the constellations. The eclipse is happening in the constellation of Pisces, the fishes. So there are the two fishes there. That one below it is Cetus, that's a whale. And yeah, they're the main ones that are on screen at the moment. Above Pisces is Andromeda. And over there is Pegasus, the winged horse. There is a fish. Yes. And okay. I wonder if Santa Claus from the North Pole will see this. Unfortunately not. I don't think so. He's a bit too far north. Now let's check. All right. The show's approaching Texas. Got a little bit of time. Let's go over to... might just show you a little graphic here of that explains eclipses. Of course, an eclipse of the sun is when the Earth's shadow falls... Sorry, the moon's shadow falls on the Earth. And... oh, that's an annular eclipse when the shadow doesn't quite reach the Earth. See, it doesn't reach it. A penumbral eclipse, we're not interested in that. Where's the total? The total solar eclipse. That's the one. That's the one we're having right now, where the shadow of the moon does reach the Earth. Now, what I like about this graphic is that it shows the Earth-Moon system to scale, because these diagrams...
Do bear in mind that this is not to scale.
They're not to scale. Never to scale. But this one has a version of it on the right over here, which is to scale. And so you can see the moon there casting its shadow. It's in a vertical orientation, so we can fit it in. And I think a lot of people are surprised how far away the moon is. If we scroll down, you see the shadow of the moon. That's how far it has to go to reach the Earth. So the Earth and the moon are quite far apart in relation to their size. All right, let's go back to our simulation. Okay, what I need to do actually is I'll set my simulation to the next location. Next one I have is Kerville, Texas. So let's zoom in on that. Wow, Kerville. It's getting very close, actually. 3 minutes to totality. I'm referring to the simulation there on the left. Okay, wait a minute. I think ABC is in totality. Where are they?
Cloaked in the darkness. Give us a sense for what you're actually seeing.
I want to show you exactly what it would be like if we didn't have the light on us right now. So let's just go ahead and turn that light off. It is absolute darkness. It's actually a bit creepy, I have to say, other than people's phones and lights being shown
Del
right
Rio,
now.
Texas.
The fact that it's cloudy here, that it is overcast, is really not bothering anybody one bit. I'm going to put my glasses on for a second just to be extra safe. I'm going to look up. I mean, it is phenomenal to feel this and the energy. Right now, it's giving us a little bit of a show. You can just tell every time we get a little bit of a glimpse of it, people here get so excited. But I can tell you the biggest feeling that I have right now is just that temperature drop and the energy that is coming from the community here. I almost want to be a little bit quiet, David and Lindsay, as this moment, oh my gosh. Wow.
You hear the people celebrating, and it looks like we're about to see a little bit of that diamond. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
You see
You're
those?
getting it. You're getting it. The clouds are moving.
Are those the Bailey's beads that we're seeing a little bit? Those kind of flares are around, slightly around the perimeter there? Now it's dark.
Yeah, now it's dark again. Mariana Van Zeller with National Geographic also there. Maria, stick with us here because Mariana's also there in Del Rio.
Absolutely.
And we're teaming up with National Geographic all afternoon. And Mariana, Maria was talking about the temperature drop, which is just another one of these things that people don't actually expect until it actually happens. Sudden darkness, and then you feel that change in temperature.
David, it does. It definitely feels chillier here. You can see everybody cheering because the sun just came out. It's a little bit, I mean, the eclipse just came out. It's a little cloudy here, but that hasn't stopped people from partying. We've got so many people from all over the country, some that came from all over the world to be with us today. It feels like night because of the change in light. We've got Kelly here, who's a high school teacher, and she's been preparing her students for this moment, for this event since October, right?
Yes, we've been helping out our students get used to what the eclipse means. We saw the annular eclipse back in October. Every single student at the high school got a pair of solar eclipse glasses back in October. We've been presenting to them in classes, and then we got them ready for our total eclipse today. And so we're so excited to just be from a small town, Del Rio, and have to experience something amazing like this. It's been awesome.
It feels like a sport event, but in this case, it's a science
See some
event,
prominences
which I
there.
think is pretty cool. You've got
They've got a bit of cloud as well. I like to see people's reactions.
Clouds, but sometimes you get some glimpses of the eclipse, and this is really special for people here in Del Rio. I'm going to show you one.
Okay,
more thing
Kerville
that is pretty cool.
is within a few seconds of totality.
Local winery that made a special wine. Check this out.
Yeah, so we're from Houlton, Texas, and we actually created this wine. It's called the Eclipse. It's the only interactive wine for the eclipse in the world.
Okay, I don't care about the wine. Okay, Kerville, Texas. That's my simulation, and NASA has their camera there, top left. We should be very close to totality. We should be in totality, I think. Come on, NASA, take your filter off. Filter's off there. Okay. Ooh, they missed the diamond ring. I think they were a bit too slow taking the filter off. Photographing eclipses are a very delicate operation. Okay, let's go to CBS. I think they've got totality.
I'm with Mayor Judy Eichner from Kerville. What do you think? Awesome.
Yeah, this is Kerville.
We can see the corona really well. It's cloudy, but the clouds have broken around it enough that people
They've got a bit of cloud.
And the birds. Yes, the birds are flying around. Oh, you can crazy. Look at that. Look at everybody here. Look at this. This is the moment of totality. These are people from all over the world here in Kerville, Texas. Look at them enjoying the moment. What do you think, sir? What do you think? Great. Yep, we've got broken clouds, guys, but yeah, you can definitely see that corona around it. And the temperature has dropped here. I don't know, I just changed into short sleeves and no sleeveless, and I feel like I need to put a sweater on right now. This is so rewarding for myself and everyone here who has come from all over the world. Talk to people from Switzerland, from France, in the US, from Salt Lake City, from Los Angeles. Seattle, thank you, Seattle. You can see them now, everybody's sort of enjoying the moment. And we have here in Texas one of the longest times of totality, right? 4 minutes and 25 seconds. I think only bit longer than that was 4 minutes and 28 seconds in Mexico. Excuse me? What do you think?
Wow.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yes, yes, right. This is such a treat because
Janet,
we
have you
were
ever
not
seen one
expecting
before?
It. It's almost better. No, I've never seen one. And Nora, because we were expecting total clouds, it's almost, you know, it's like a triple treat, right? Because
I think they're clouded in Kerville.
we're not expecting to see anything. And,
Still dark though.
It's great, right? So it's a moment, definitely, Nora. It's a moment.
Now Austin, Texas is going to get totality very shortly too, less than a minute.
Well, now it's a very long totality. I was thinking it's long enough for people elsewhere to put on the Bonnie Tyler song "Total Eclipse of the Heart" and play it from beginning to end. I mean, it's a real experience. Look at these folks. Oh wow!
Absolutely, these are triplets.
Mind if we join you?
Triplets from, yeah, we would love to have you guys here. It is just a very rewarding moment for Texas, and
People are having a lot of fun.
Texans in other cities are seeing this as well.
Oh, baby's first eclipse there. This is not normal, young man.
This is a very long totality.
Lawn chairs and food and darkness.
How dark?
Austin should be getting it just about now.
It's nighttime. It's
Don't know if there are any feeds in Austin.
It really is because it looks it.
It's like it is at 10 o'clock at night here in Texas. We've been here a week in Kerrville, and this is nighttime. This is full darkness, and look at everybody, just the awe, just enjoying this moment. And it's a lot cooler as well. But
Okay,
so
I
happy
think
for us here, and
it's just about ending. But yeah, they've been clouded.
You know, Janet, we've got a clock here. You've got 20 more seconds of totality until it ends. Just a short few seconds left to this for many people, will be a once in a lifetime experience.
I'm gonna shut up for the last 5 and let them enjoy it.
it wasn't totally cloudless, but it was mostly cloudless. I'll take that as a win.
Mostly cloudless. Okay, now what I'm going to do is skip forward to the next major city, which is Dallas. Dallas, Texas. So I'm going to set my simulation location to Dallas. Got about 3 minutes until totality there. They're coming thick and fast, aren't they? Now let's have a look closely. We might actually have a look at the wide view of where the shadow is. That gives you a better sense of where the shadow is in relation to the whole continent of North America. And it's just past Austin, getting close to Dallas. Then it's going to go up through Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, a whole bunch of states up there. Ah, they didn't make the baby wear the glasses? Gee. Yeah, babies are a problem, aren't they? You got to be careful. Don't let your baby look at the eclipse. Watching from Arizona, welcome. Now I might just show a view of the whole of North America, showing how much of the sun is currently eclipsed in all those locations. So as you can see, well, it's showing Austin as in totality. It's actually just past there. But you can see way out as far as Vancouver on the far northwest there, and down to Havana, Cuba in the southeast. You're getting at least some eclipse there. Now let me have a look. This is the NBC stream. Wait a minute. Ah, they're just doing some political thing. Okay, so this is Dallas. It's getting very close to totality. My timer says less than a minute. Just not sure if we've got any feeds from Dallas. The NASA feed in the top left is from Dallas. Welcome watching from Zambia in Africa. In Ghana, it rained early this morning, but no sun came out. No sun. Okay. All right. I'm going to just check on, let's see. My simulation is showing totality in Dallas. Let's see. I think NBC might have a view from Dallas. Oh, they're in Fort Worth, I think. Let's listen. There's Al Roca.
Yeah, we've got so much excitement here in Indianapolis. I got a little young man here. What's your name?
Billy.
Indianapolis.
What are you in line for? What are you going to see here today?
The eclipse.
There we go. What do you think? Tell us what an eclipse is.
So the moon is gonna.
No, this is
come over
Dallas.
The sun.
That's exactly it. Well, thanks for being here. Enjoy. Maybe we'll talk to you on the other side of it, because right now, where Al is, they're in totality, I believe.
Oh my God, almost, Lester. There it goes. Yeah. Woo!
Dallas is in totality. Dallas would be one of the biggest cities in the path.
There are the beads. There are the beads. We saw. Oh, look at this.
Watching from South Africa.
Look at this. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We've got our glasses off right now, Lester. Looking at the umbra.
What's happening to the NASA feed?
Amazing.
That looks dodgy.
Look, we can see Venus. We can see Venus over there. What's that? And Jupiter is to the left, so we can see Jupiter to the left, Venus to the right. Oh, wow. How exciting is this, Doctor? This is so exciting.
I want to see every eclipse.
I thought we're going to be eclipse junkies from now on.
Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh.
So we're seeing the corona right now. This is the atmosphere of the sun. We never get to see it except during the eclipses.
How exciting. Is this like your Super Bowl?
This is my Super Bowl. I study the corona, and I have to wait for NASA to take images of it, but now I get to see it with my own eyes.
Do you know if it's going to hit Alabama?
Wow.
It's not going to hit Alabama.
I mean,
At least not the
there's
totality.
a plane about to go over. Just to... Oh. All right, is this exciting?
Yes, this is so incredible.
It's amazing. You guys excited?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Was it like anything you expected?
I've never experienced anything like this.
Nothing. In your entire life.
No.
In your whole long entire life.
In my whole
Oh my
life,
gosh.
I've never seen anything.
Oh my, Lester, this is, it's unbelievable. And the skies are crystal clear right now. It's like a sign from God. Literally. We had clouds all morning. It's completely clear.
The clouds meet the moment. Awesome.
Oh my gosh, Lester. It's everybody's looking. It's still dark. I mean, it's like nighttime. I'm sorry.
You can see a little bit of red at the 6 o'clock at the bottom. It's like a tiny
prominence. Yeah.
Oh, now it's starting to come out. Is it coming out now?
This is a prominence, a magnetic field that filled with plasma is peeking out from around the moon. The little red piece.
Oh my gosh, I can see that red bead.
Yeah.
That's something you can only see during an eclipse unless you have really special equipment. Just see it with your eyes. I mean, guys, you can see.
So the prominences sometimes explode and have coronal mass ejections that come towards the Earth sometimes, and they can interfere with our electronics. So those are the kinds of things that NASA studies, those prominences.
Oh. Do you think you're going to get a treasure trove of information out of this?
Definitely.
Oh. Wow, look at this. Are you guys having a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh my gosh. This is just amazing. Lester, it does. This is like nighttime out here right now.
Al, let me ask you, Tom and I here in Indianapolis were just talking about how much cooler it's already gotten. Are you feeling the same thing? Is it getting cooler?
You know, it hasn't gotten that much cooler, Lester, interestingly enough. We've got a thermometer here. It was at 80 degrees before we started, and it's pretty much the same temperature, 80 degrees.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the humidity, the humidity level goes up, I guess, during this time, and winds, and we understand the winds actually drop because of the lack of solar radiation. So, oh my gosh.
Wow,
I cannot believe that red dot.
It's a prominence, a solar prominence. It's this magnetic field that's holding this plasma up in the corona, and they explode a lot. And wow, yeah.
You look like you're overcome, Doc.
I mean, I've seen an eclipse before. Like I said, I want to see every eclipse. It's such an emotional experience.
All right, it's coming out now. Got to put your glasses. Everybody's glasses back on. Oh. Wow.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, Lester, this is just unbelievable.
So was it just enveloped in the clouds? I mean, all we see is white now.
No, I think now it's out. It's just, Doctor, why is it so bright now?
Well, the sun is so much brighter than the atmosphere of the sun, so even a tiny piece of the photosphere of the sun just lights it up and swamps all the
That's
rest
right.
of the sun.
And shadows are coming back again. Look at
There's
these
the diamond
shadows,
ring.
how beautiful they are.
I think.
Whoa. This is incredible. Oh, my, all right. Well, here, you hold it. You guys you keep that. That's good. You can keep that. And now, Lester, the sun's coming out. And look at our shadows again, very high definition. That's what causes that, Doctor?
It's the light, and right now what you're getting is you're getting projections of the image of that last bit of sunlight coming through, and that's why you get these crescent shapes and why you get those sharp shadows.
Wow.
All right. Alreka's got a bit too excited there. So Totality has ended in Dallas. Now the next place on the list is Hot Springs, Arkansas, or Russellville. Looks like NASA's got a camera there in Russellville. Let me change my location. I might go to Russellville, if that's the one. Yeah, I mean, it's very close to Totality there as well. Now we've got a couple of minutes before the next Totality. I might just have a look at what's happening on social media. Looking great, just like in the movies, yes. So this is some activity on Twitter. Of course, I guess these are images that people have just taken. That's from Texas, I think. Yeah, lots of people are taking pictures. And, you know, even if you don't have great equipment, you take a picture, at least it's your picture. There's a picture of some kids watching. Oh, they're watching a feed from the ISS. Yeah, the space station, the astronauts on the space station, I believe, will be able to see the shadow of the moon on the Earth in a couple of places. They'll do a couple of orbits. All right, it's getting very close in Russellville. Now let me see. Do they have any feeds in Russellville? What is that one? The NASA official one. Just have a look at the NASA one.
But the light is dimming, and it's dimming faster and faster and faster. It seems like it's accelerating. The crowd is definitely getting excited. I'm looking around the ground to see if I see the shadow snakes. I don't, but this is just really exciting.
It really is. Honestly, like you said, we're feeling that cooler weather.
Yeah.
The crowd behind us just erupted. We're also feeling them fall a little bit quieter too. So we're going to take a beat of silence as we get into totality. I think we're less than about 15 seconds away. So we're going to also look over our shoulder with our solar eclipse glasses still on until we are in totality. Here we go.
Okay,
Sliver of the sun left.
I'm going to go back to ABC because I think they've got totality.
Seconds away from totality. Everyone behind me, all these couples just got married. They're going to spend
They're in Russellville.
their first moments as life partners entering totality together. It is happening right now. This is amazing. Hey, hold on. We still have to have our glasses on. We're waiting. Do you hear that? Do you guys hear that? That's the foghorn. We can take the glasses off now. Oh my, it is so incredible. Oh my gosh. Witnessing this, there is nothing like it. I mean, you feel like it's otherworldly. And imagine this, you guys. We're standing here with 350 couples registered for this event. All of this love. They just said I do minutes ago. And this is their first experience as a married couple standing here in totality. Oh my, I'm getting cheers just thinking about this. Chills. Just I want you guys to meet this adorable couple behind me here. We went up in a hot air balloon with them during Good Morning America, and we just saw them say, I do. And now they're experiencing totality. Guys, we talked about what it would be like this morning to witness a solar eclipse. Is it what you imagined?
It's insane.
It is much more than what I imagined. Like, this is just breathtaking. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
They shouldn't be interviewing those people during totality.
Completely.
Should just let them watch it.
Whole nother event.
Yeah. It really is sort of almost a spiritual.
This is
isn't it?
Right.
CBS.
And then everybody here, it feels like the strangers are our friends, and it's really cool. Yeah. It's just cool.
I remember watching an eclipse in 2017, and one of the things I remember, and I'm seeing this here now, is that nobody's looking down at their phones. Everyone's looking up, up at the sky.
It's really uniting.
Because no one wants to miss it. I mean, the next one coming to the United States is 2045, right? So it's just like such a cool, unique event to be able to witness in real life.
Big honeymoon plans?
Eventually.
How can you top this?
I know, right? It'll be fun. Yeah.
What was the wedding itself like?
So I thought it was really well done. The officiant did an amazing job. He really was very poetic, and I was very happy with it all.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was such a unique event to be able to like just walk in with everyone else and there's just love in the air.
Yeah.
Love in the air.
Yeah.
What was it like to get married with 49
Thank you, Strat Boy.
I mean, it took the attention off of us a little bit, so that was helpful, but it was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Because you told me, I think, initially you thought about a small wedding, and this was anything but.
Right. Well, I mean, I really wanted to do something that's special, and this is definitely a story we're going to be able to tell for years and years, so.
And what do you think was more memorable, the wedding or this kind of reception?
I would say they're tied.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Nora, Tony, you can tell this is a special day for 50 couples, and I'm talking to one of them right here.
Yeah, we love love. I got two comments hearing them talk. I think one, they've got no excuse, neither one of them, for forgetting their anniversary. And two, I don't know what they're planning on ahead in their lives, but 2045, they need to be at that next major solar eclipse together again, celebrating the anniversary.
Look how incredible the eclipse is there in Russellville. Luciana, what do you see there? Those bursts along the edge or along Corona?
Yeah, those are called prominences, and they're these big loops of plasma that are dangling off of the sun, the outer layers of the sun, its magnetic field kind of twisting up like yarn almost, and holding that glowing star stuff in its grasp. And it's really incredible to be able to see this. It's completely rare.
When you're a human being here on Earth, you feel puny, you feel vulnerable, you feel so small, but now I feel like this is a performance in the stars just for me, you know? I feel special almost.
Can I just stop to say we are 12 minutes away from it here in Indianapolis. It's getting dark.
Yep.
It almost has a sepia tone. Is that the right way to describe it?
Yes.
Almost like it's like there's a haziness that's descending upon us. It was so hot before.
So hot, and now there is a hard metallic quality. It's getting chillier. The wind is picking up, and the light is really changing. Do not adjust your television. The people behind us, it's been raucous all day, but now people are quieting down as the significance.
All right, totality has ended in Russellville. Now, I'm just going to take a break for a few minutes. The next major city to get totality will be Indianapolis, Indiana. And I'll be back just before Indianapolis gets totality. Might leave you with the video wall, so you can see what's happening on all those streams.
And we're going to get towards those Bailey's beads shortly. We don't want to rush the sun
What's
or
a Bailey's
the moon.
bead?
The Bailey's beads are actually sunlight going through the moon's valleys. So we're getting an obstruction of light, but the sun is still so bright back there. Uh-oh, here we go.
Okay,
here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
That's the diamond.
Oh, look, do you see? Do you see it? Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Can I take them off?
Oh my goodness. Ready, go. Take it off. Look, look.
No.
There's the wedding ring. There's the wedding ring.
way.
Yes, look at the corona. You can see the corona of the sun. People are doing science right now. Also, Venus and Jupiter are visible.
Wow.
You see Venus and Jupiter as well.
Holy
so
cow.
look at this beauty. Look at this beauty.
I just
look
squealed,
at that.
and I apologize, but that was a real reaction because I got, when you see nature in any way, but I got tingles from my fingertips right down my elbows into my knees.
My heart is beating so fast, Ginger. Like, look at that beautiful,
What is
beautiful
that?
spectacle.
Wow.
So you're seeing corona around the sun. Scientists all around the country are looking at that corona and trying to get details that they cannot get any other way. So there's a lot of science happening right now.
And earlier I saw a weather balloon go
That's
up
correct.
because
That's
we're
correct.
taking observations.
That's correct. That's correct.
And each time the atmosphere is sampled on the way up right now,
That's right.
this data will be used for hundreds of
Yes,
years.
yes. And solar eclipses have been used for hundreds of years to understand Earth's rotation.
Yeah, go ahead, David.
Oh, we're geeking out.
Sorry, we're just in awe.
Dr. Eisler, can you hear us? It's David and
David,
Lindsay.
you wanted to know?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I just was curious if the two of
Yes,
you
I
can
can
hear
hear
us.
you, David.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the corona? Because we know we're at sort of solar maximum, the end of the solar cycle. So we're actually seeing a lot more than what we saw 7 years ago. Can you tell people at home why that is?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the sun's magnetic field flips roughly every 11 years. And so that's the solar minimum, solar maximum that you were talking about. So in 2017, we were in sort of a solar minimum. Now we're in a solar maximum. And so there's much more activity in the corona itself. You know, we were hoping that there might be some coronal mass ejections, et cetera. I don't see that happening, but you see the tenuous tendrils coming from around the moon's shadow. All of that detail is there because of a more active sun in the background. So it really is a unique moment to catch, to study the science of the sun.
And is that same size? I mean, it feels like it's changing a little. Is it evolving as we watch it?
So so the moon shadow is still sort of flying past us, right? It's roughly 1,500 miles per hour depending on where you are. So it is like shooting past us. So it's slowly moving its way around. And now you're starting, can you see on the bottom, you're starting to see it like pinkish?
Yeah.
So now you're seeing sunlight pass through the moon's valleys and craters and change the light just a little bit. I'll also be a little bit nerdy here and just say that we used a solar eclipse to prove Einstein's theory of general relativity.
Oh,
so like, just like it's a solar eclipse, it's fine. It's no big deal. So that's like we're still learning science to this day. So all of that, you see that hazy, ethereal. You can't see that without some sort of obstruction, and the moon shadow just does that job for us.
And it almost felt like the forecast, like the satellite. I was watching the clouds, and it pushed it all southeast of the path. Go ahead, Linz.
Dr. Eisler, I have just a quick question for you as well. This is Lindsay here. So what kind of science can we learn as we're watching this with our naked eye? But we know, of course, many scientists, astronomers are actually measuring with very technical instruments. What kind of practical science, what kind of things do we obtain as a result of seeing these eclipses?
Hi, Lindsay. It's good to hear from you. So there's lots that we're learning. So from the ground up, the weather balloons that we just talked about have been going up. That's Ginger's area. I'll let her tell you all about it. We're learning about the ionosphere. We're learning about how charged particles move through the ionosphere with changes to the sun's magnetic radiation. We're learning about the sun itself. Like I said, the corona, we still don't know why the corona is millions of times hotter than the sun's surface. That's an open question in science. And so basically every solar astronomer in the country in this path is asking that same question. So those are two big questions we're still asking.
And those weather balloons will be getting observations all the way through the 4 layers of the atmosphere before we get up there. And I just heard a greedy boo from the crowd, meaning that we are going to see it. There it is. The diamond ring.
There we go. Happy birthday, Zion.
Oh, but the boos come because they just
We
witnessed
did it,
something
they
extraordinary.
said.
And you know,
Yes, Carbondale. You
Ginger and
did it.
Jedidah, 4 minutes and 8 seconds, though. 4 minutes and 8 seconds of totality. That's so much longer than 7 years ago.
Correct. Correct, correct. So that's the beauty of a solar eclipse, right? Every one is different. So in this solar eclipse in 2024, the moon is actually closer to the Earth than it was in 2017 during the solar eclipse. And so you're getting a longer time to appreciate this moon shadow. And really, every time you see an eclipse, you're going to see something different and something.
Well, I'm back. Let's check where the shadow is. Yeah, so that was Carbondale. I just put that up because Carbondale got totality. But next up is Indianapolis. Got my simulation at Indianapolis. It's getting very thin there, very thin crescent. Now, a lot of amateur astronomers are streaming the eclipse like I am. Many of them have their own telescope feeds. I'll just show you, let's see, this one. This is Chuck's Astrophotography, very popular streamer and YouTuber. And he's streaming from Detroit, Michigan. Apparently he's just outside the path of totality, but he's not going to make the trip to get into the path. I might just what I might do is just paste his URL in the chat. Paste his URL there. Go over to Chuck and say hello to him. Tell him the Wonky Astronomer sent you. All right, let's check the... Okay, according to this, Indianapolis is in totality. I think, wait a minute. Let's check ABC.
Family here.
Oh. To the left, Venus to the right. Can you hear us?
Yep, it's Indianapolis.
Yes, and that's exactly what we see. Yes, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now in the sky, crystal clear, and you're seeing that gorgeous eclipse right now. Incredible to think about the moon, the sun, and the earth all in a perfect line right now. Just absolutely incredible. The Lacey family's right here. Yes, all of the celestial bodies, Lindsay, absolutely. And I just want to talk to the Lacey family right here because this is unique because we have two children here. We've got Chet and we've got Addison. He wants to be a race car driver. She wants to be a scientist. You're excited.
Yeah, this is so cool.
Just so cool. Back to you guys. Incredible.
Hey, Gio, I was just curious because we've been talking throughout the show about how this isn't just something you see, but something you experience. And so give us a sense of what you're feeling in this moment.
Oh, Lindsay, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about all of the hardships that we cover at ABC News because that's what happens in journalism is that we go and we tell these stories, and so many of those stories are people who are living through their toughest times. And here, everyone is together. Nobody is divided. Everyone is unified and looking up at the sky together and seeing that we really are this small on this planet. And I like to tell people, they say, you know, do you want to go into space? And I say, wait a minute, we are on the best spaceship possible right here, and we could see it out through it with what an incredible window we have out of this spaceship Earth.
Very profound, Gio. Thank you.
Seeing some prominences there on the NASA feed around the edge of the sun. That is from Indianapolis. Let me just check in on the, let's see, the CBS stream here. I think they're in Indianapolis.
Radiation from hydrogen that is in the red part of where your eyes are sensitive.
Oh my gosh.
Specific energy of light that hydrogen emits.
This is the longest 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Will it ever come back?
It feels,
Lucian, are we sure?
It feels almost 20 degrees cooler. But maybe
Yeah,
it's because the sun is
no, it's incredibly cool.
And the wind is almost
It's
stopped.
so still.
You can see it getting light on the western horizon.
Oh my
Yeah. Do you see the dawn all around us?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
And I don't hear any birds or anything.
I think we're
They all went to
in
sleep.
the valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speedway scared him away.
I like the music. I can't believe this is real.
What's incredible,
Oh, I'm sorry.
well, it's just so incredible that it's so dark and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. It's like
It feels like it's the middle of the night.
Ruby red.
Wasn't expecting that next
No,
eye.
it's incredible.
What do you guys see? What do you see,
Looking
Bill?
at just how brilliant and red that one prominence is at 6 o'clock, it is just incredible. Yeah.
Oh, that's the second red one. There's a second red prominence.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Diamond ring. Diamond ring. Diamond
Oh,
ring.
oh, oh. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes.
Oh my gosh!
Look away.
Oh!
Wow!
She came back.
What does that mean when it
I
comes
love it.
back?
It's back.
That's the end of totality.
That is
the end.
That's the end.
It's gone.
Goodbye, total solar eclipse for North America for 20 years. I hope you loved it.
You did it.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Wow.
These people in Indianapolis have been waiting 800 years for that.
But you'll still be on the air, though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I got. Oh boy.
And just think there are tens of millions of more Americans who get to experience this.
Look at those jets.
All the way up to Maine.
I am so happy they got
Having
to be
fun.
in Texas.
Yes.
Yes, because
I
we
was
were
so
worried about
sad
the
for
weather.
them. I'm so happy.
This is
Kids,
just,
how you feeling back there?
Oh yeah,
Cool.
this is
Man.
unbelievable. I mean, what?
All right, that's totality in Indiana ended. Let's see where the shadow is now. Actually, let's look at another view. This is the flyover view. We're just, or the shadow is just approaching the Great Lakes. It's now in Indiana and Ohio. So the next major city, okay, Dayton, Ohio should have totality right now. I don't know if we've got a feed from there, maybe not. But we probably will get a feed from Cleveland. Yeah, NASA's image there is from Cleveland. So that's what I've set my simulation to. It's just coming onto Toledo and Lake Erie. It's nearly over. The time has gone very fast. Now, I just noticed a little while back that my audio was off. I might have accidentally had my audio off when I mentioned Chuck's astrophotography. He's streaming over there from near Detroit, and I posted some links in the chat, or a link to his channel. Go over there and say hello to him. He's very popular. He's got 36,000 viewers now. I've only got I've got 35 on YouTube, only 5 on Facebook at the moment. So he's doing better than me. Okay, let's look at that shadow track. Okay, Cleveland's getting very close. My simulation there is Cleveland. NASA feed is from Cleveland, so let's see. If we've got a feed from Cleveland. Actually, it looks like CBS is in totality.
Tell me what you're seeing right now.
That's Cleveland.
It's shrinking, and we are almost there. It's getting smaller and smaller. Just
This is
a little
incredible.
tiny sliver. There it is. You're starting to see the little bumps. And there we are.
This is the very
Hang on.
edge of it.
This is
We're
it.
seeing the
There you go.
sparkles.
I didn't have the
over the edge.
didn't have it displayed.
There it is.
Of the sun.
Look at the ring. Look at the ring.
Diamond ring. Oh,
There you go.
Wow.
they sort of just missed the diamond ring.
Incredible.
That's incredible.
Isn't that amazing? Unbelievable. Look at that.
When you sit there in the cupola and you look down at Earth and you realize how fragile the whole place is,
This is an astronaut he's talking
that
to.
is a moment that
That's it.
you have that no one else gets to experience. We get to experience that now.
That is amazing. It is absolutely unbelievable. There's nothing like it. It is. Look at this. Look at the darkness.
Is this a
This is
bit of
incredible.
what you get in
Oh,
the cupola?
absolutely. This is just incredible. Look around. It is unbelievable.
It's nighttime here.
It is. Look at
We're
that.
looking at the edge of the corona. These prominences that are coming off, you almost have to worry about the solar
space
wind
weather. That
that
is
is coming
space weather.
towards you
Yeah.
because you're unprotected.
Right. So
except
what
for
you're
the-
seeing there is it's obviously going out from the sides of the sun, but there's, you know, sun's a sphere, so it can come toward you as well. But it gives everybody a sense of what you're seeing. And if you look, you see that lower corner there. There's obviously an ejection that's pretty brighter than everywhere else.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what space weather is when the sun ejects mass and energy from the sun itself, and that's what that little bright spot is. Isn't that incredible? That's amazing.
And the one thing that can protect you is a bubble of water sometimes around.
Yeah, bubble water and the Earth's magnetic field is the biggest thing.
But when you're in space.
Yeah, we have the Earth's magnetic field where the space station is. We're only 240 miles high. But when we go to the moon, we'll be moving outside that area of protection. And that's something really important that we have to take into account as we go further and explore deeper into space. But that's incredible. Look at that. It is absolutely amazing.
These prominences that are coming off of here, they look like wispy edges,
They
but
do.
those are way bigger than the Earth is.
Oh my goodness, yeah. the sun is gigantic. That's something to keep in mind. And there's a lot of good NASA websites that will explain the sun's science, Helios, and they actually have space weather predictions. So we can see this. It doesn't get here. It doesn't travel at the speed of light. What we're seeing, that happened 8 minutes.
8 minutes ago. That's eight minutes away.
Right. So that's with the sun. Obviously, the moon is not that far away.
Yeah.
But that's traveling at the speed of light. The actual energy is traveling a little bit slower, so we can actually forecast what that impact is going to be on Earth.
The moon is not a pool cue. It's not. It's actually got bumps on it.
It does.
So when the sunlight goes around it, we're going to actually see what?
Well, so we'll see little tiny, as it comes back out, you'll see the little prominences, like sort of a bubble chain
Well,
of rings.
we got to head back, but thanks you so much for joining us. Steve Bowen, we're going back to you.
Dave,
Dave, thank you very much. I love that detail about the time it takes the light from the sun to reach our eyes and be processed into a vision, and what a vision it is. I want to go now to Christine Johnson from our CBS New York station. She's covering the eclipse from another site of totality, Niagara Falls. It's what it's known for on most days, but today it's going to be different. Christine?
We do see some breaks in the clouds, and the sun and the moon have been teasing us sporadically throughout this past hour. We have been able to see some of the eclipse, some of the moon blocking the sun at first contact, but right now, unfortunately, as we approach totality, it is very cloudy and we do not see the sun, but you know what? Still, you can still feel the air getting colder. Oh my goodness, it just got really, really dark here. Everyone is holding up their phones. You can hear the crowd.
So clouded in Niagara Falls.
They're cheering. So it's like night, it's like dawn right now. What a strange feeling this is. And the crowd is reacting. This is such a magical moment. You feel it in every sense, in every cell of your body, because turn the lights out. Let me bring in this family that we have here.
That
from
image
Atlanta, Georgia.
they're showing is not live from Niagara
We
Falls,
traveled here
because
all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, and this is
Niagara Falls is
actually
in totality
Audrey's
now.
second eclipse. Audrey Seconal. Oh my gosh, you just experienced. We're in totality right now. Tell me what it's like to experience this with your kids.
It's kind of overwhelming. We're with all the cloud cover, we don't really get to see what I had seen in 2017, which was this burning white ring in the sky. But it's still like you.
Okay, let's go to the NASA feed.
It's fascinating to see it go night like this.
This is totality. This is Niagara Falls, but apparently they're clouded.
That's not the experience we're having here. In fact, it's so cloudy that
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Wish I was there. Yeah, I wish I was there too.
That telescope feed dialed in because she has to have a view of the sun in order to see it. So we don't have a feed for you from Niagara. What we have is just every once in a while you'll hear part of the crowd, only part of the crowd will cheer, because I guess they kind of have an angle through the clouds to see just a little bit.
Yeah, and the clouds are really only cleared out enough occasionally to even need eclipse glasses.
So we've now got middle of totality in Buffalo, New York, and Rochester. It's just gone into totality.
It's just fine. So a lot of us have been able to just take regular pictures with our cameras.
Let's take a look and just kind of enjoy the moment of darkness that we're in now. People have come from all over the world to be.
Yeah, you can see some. It looks like it's a little bit lighter up there. Our spotlights are blinding these guys.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they got clouded. I've been in that exact situation. I've been to 2 solar eclipses. Both times it was clouded. One in Hawaii and one in Cairns in Australia.
So this might not be as exciting as some, but this is what we get. We're just hoping to have a little bit of a glimpse.
I'm just going to check the cloud map.
9 seconds for it to happen. We're already a minute or so in.
Not showing that to you, but
we heard there's going to be skydivers that are going to jump out. Probably hard to see them.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll get to see the skydivers. You can't see any of Niagara Falls really. It's basically all like as if it was night for us here.
there's the cloud map.
You can start to see some of the light come in from the other side.
It's not obvious that it's clouded in
New York. That's
oh, look, there you
that
go.
area of Buffalo.
Totality right there. We're getting totality right now.
They're getting totality.
We just got a really nice clear spot right there.
Are they? They just got a break in the cloud. That's what it is.
A little bit of hole through the clouds so everybody could see.
just opened up. And now that was the roar from the crowd that you just heard. And just as soon as it showed.
Watching from Botswana. Welcome.
Totality that we're getting right now. You can see a little bit of hint on the side as it's shining through.
Down there, duck down.
Yep.
Jessica,
so here we go. We have another view a little bit. Another little view right here.
No.
As it's starting to peek out around.
There it is.
So we're getting starting to peek out just around right there.
Okay, totality I think has ended in Niagara Falls.
Totality is complete.
Yeah. Well, that was a fun experience to watch and hope for, like just everybody else around here, hoping for a view. And we got it.
That was a unique experience. Bring the lights up. And suddenly night is turning into light and day.
Yeah, we're getting some light again. Oh, although that's a lot of light.
I was worried there for a second that we weren't going to get anything. David Cheney, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you sharing this experience. I was really worried.
So very soon it's going to be Canada's turn. Montreal will get totality in 3.5 minutes. Let's have a look at the video wall. Let's see where, if they have any feeds. Wait a minute, what is that one? NBC appears to be in totality.
York and central New York and indeed around the country. And for seasoned reporters
Rochester.
like all of us who have seen a lot in their lifetimes, it's just remarkable to spend a moment and look up at the sky and look towards the sun 93 million miles away, and just for a few minutes be amazed at how our universe works.
Okay. I've set my simulation to Montreal, and as you can see, it's getting sun's getting very thin there. Botswana, I said that. Okay, watching from Nairobi, Kenya. Welcome. As the eclipse progresses, the upper atmosphere cools quickly, causing moisture vapor to condense, forming clouds. Thank you for that. Yeah, people say that it gets very cool very quickly. Got Tupper Lake, New York there in the NASA feed. I don't have that on my list. But as you can see from the shadow track there, it's getting very close to Montreal. There's Montreal. I think we're actually in, parts of Quebec and Ontario are now getting totality, as well as New York State and Vermont. Now that's totality from Tupper Lake. Yeah, I don't have that on my list of timings. Okay, ABC. They appear to be in totality. Where are they?
Before it completely disappears.
Burlington.
See just that remaining sliver.
The swell of the
Burlington.
crowd. We'll see that
That's
corona
Vermont.
here moments from now.
Yep, that is there.
Take our glasses off, I guess, at this point. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. That is just
Stunning. Wow.
Oh, it does. It really does. It leaves you speechless, doesn't it?
That was exactly my thought. Oh, look at the birds. You see the birds.
The birds are
starting to
flying
fly.
right across the lake here.
Perhaps just a little bit of confusion from them. But we also see, if you look to our left and our right, we have that kind of 360-degree sunset that everybody's talking about. But look at all the birds just over the horizon there.
And just to give people a sense at home as they're watching this play out today, this is like the most beautiful post-sunset moment on Lake Champlain. The mountains and the hills surrounding the lake are backlit right now by what looks like the most beautiful sunset you could imagine. The skies are clear.
And if I'm trying to remember from that science lesson that we had,
Venus
from
and Jupiter.
Is that Venus? Okay, I don't know if we can see Jupiter.
I don't see Jupiter to the left.
Okay.
Venus to the right here. We're definitely seeing Venus.
And you see, look at all the mosquitoes all of a sudden started coming out. We have lots of activity from the animals in the sky.
The birds were just racing across the nighttime sky
and still
here.
Are.
And we knew that, they were talking earlier, our friends at Nat Geo, about how the animals really do become confused.
Montreal is in totality,
not only by
I believe.
the shift in light, but the shift in temperature.
I don't think I have a feed from there.
It really is.
We have 1 minute 37 seconds left, and I have to tell you, Lindsay, I know you're a newbie to this. I've got one under my belt. The length of totality compared to 7 years ago, it's really an extraordinary
Almost double
difference.
the time.
Yeah.
And people describe it as, I think the longest one for here in the United States was 4 minutes, 29 seconds. That might have been in Mazatlan, Mexico. But people talk about this being, ecstasy. These like 4 minutes of ecstasy. And that's why in a number of places we saw people start to boo.
Hello, Big Gaz.
Because you really can't take
Good
enough.
morning.
I'm
You're up early.
As far as, do I look at that beautiful ring in the sky, that halo, or the 360-degree sunset, I find is just
It is stunning.
stunning.
The backlight hitting all the sailboats sitting here quietly along Lake Champlain. The water is barely moving. It's like ice. It is really, truly breathtaking here in Burlington, Vermont. Flying in, Lindsay, and I'm not sure if you had the same experience, everybody on the plane was flying into Burlington for this moment.
Yes.
And I just feel so happy for all of the people who got on planes and in their cars and traveled with families and loved ones, because first of all, you'll have to wait another 20 years before you feel this again, but because they wanted to experience something today that we can all experience together as a country.
Totality is about to end in Burlington.
That couple that I spoke to at breakfast today, they had the blackout Burlington, and they had flown from Detroit, where there was going to be 99% coverage.
There's the diamond ring.
It's beautiful. It's even prettier to witness actually now in person than what we've been seeing.
Wow, that's
on the sky. But I am so happy for
Big Gaz, watching the space station fly over, excellent.
tens of thousands who are gathered.
And to watch my feed.
There was a big
Thanks,
concern
Big
that by
Gaz.
3
I think we can put our glasses back on now because we're past totality.
Yes, it is starting to come back out. Thank you for saving my eyes there.
As we were preparing for this, your retina doesn't have sensors. It can't sense the pain they tell you, so your eyes have no idea the damage. That's why we wanted everyone to be safe today. Wow, and it's like morning again in Burlington. I got up early for Good Morning America this morning, which is always a wonderful thing about that show, is that you get to say good morning to the country and watch the sun come up, but now we get to do it a second time here.
And pardon us having our backs to the screen here, but it's just something to really marvel. And now what I'm seeing is that the TV doesn't do it any justice.
It doesn't, right?
To witness it.
We're glad you're with us here today.
Oh, of course.
But for those who are...
All right, let's have a look at the track. We're getting close to the next town, which is Houlton, Maine. That's where that feed's coming from in the top left, I think. You can see there's Houlton. And after that, the last one on my list is Miramichi, Canada. In just 3 minutes. They're coming thick and fast, Totality. So let's see who has a feed in Houlton. Looks like, wait a minute, CBS. Where are they?
Yeah, it's something like that. I asked him, is it like that? And he said, yes, we are actually being able to witness the universe as it is, the solar system as it is, and have that
Cleveland.
feeling
No, he's in
of
Cleveland.
one Earth all together. And it really, really struck me in an emotional way.
Dave,
That was a replay. They're just replaying. Totality. Okay, Houlton, according to that shadow track, is getting Totality right now. Let's see if I can find a feed. Yes, NBC is in Houlton. Let's look at that.
Pretty cool in that it's doing all the standard things. The temperature's dropping, the light is weird.
Yeah.
When I was in Aruba, we had a different phenomenon with water over the wind over the water.
It's going. Let's look up. Let's look up. Here we go, Lester.
There's the diamond ring.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can we take our glasses off?
Yes, take your glasses off.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
There's Venus, there's Jupiter, there's Mars.
Where are you seeing Venus, the star? Oh yeah, down below.
These are planets.
You can see the
that's
planets
an
in the
airplane,
sky.
These are planets. That is the total solar eclipse.
Oh, it is beautiful. It is
And
stunning.
you notice the horizon looks like dawn?
Yeah.
Because that's the rest of the planet that's still lit up.
I've done this once before and I got emotional then and I feel myself getting emotional now.
It's
It's
amazing.
just something about it that is so incredibly special. I think it's maybe the commonality that we're all experiencing one thing at the same exact time, you know?
it's completely dark. This is totality, not what we had a minute ago.
Yeah. Oh my God, we had to turn the camera light on so you could see us out here. Everybody else is in pretty much darkness except for some storefront windows. And I think you can see it, Lester, right? Do you have a shot from NASA that you're looking at? It's just that white ring
we see
around the moon.
it's a totality, and we see behind you that twilight.
You see that little orange
Yeah,
thing?
the twilight back behind us. Say that again, Mark?
You see the little orange light there at about 7 p.m. on the surface? That's a solar prominence.
Do you see that, Lester? 7 p.m. if it were a clock. There's a little orange dot. That is a solar prominence, which explain what that is. That's a feature of the sun's surface, right?
Yeah, there's plasma on the sun's surface that's looping and coming off. Right now, the sun is very active. It's part of its solar sunspot cycle.
I don't see any prominences
and so we
actually
see that
in that
prominence
view.
there.
That NASA view.
Everyone around us.
We saw
is
them
saying,
earlier.
"Oh,
I think they're
man."
overexposed a
You
bit.
notice the light's coming back up.
The light is coming up a little bit, but we have about 3 minutes of
That shot is a bit
totality, right?
overexposed compared to
We're
the
through two already.
previous ones.
It goes so fast. I'm looking over at my husband who's here with me. This is something that it's really nice to share with your family as well. Lester, I know you've seen this all along the path, but it's brought thousands of people to what is a pretty small city here, Houlton, Maine.
Yep.
And this is the last stop in the U.S., Lester, before it heads into New Brunswick, Canada, which is only 3 miles away from us. And then
Total
after
is
that,
just
it'll go
about
to
over
Prince
there,
Edward Island, and then
Houlton.
up to Newfoundland. If you remember Gander, a lot of people know that town because of what happened on 9/11. They helped so many people that day. Well, Gander is going to be one of the last stops in the world for this solar eclipse. Do we have to?
Hear people crying.
I hear people crying. I hear people yelling. Yeah.
This is
Lester, go ahead.
Yeah, Kate, I mean, you talked about feeling the emotion again and hearing people crying. I heard the crowd leading up to that moment of cheering, and then from what I could tell, they seem to grow silent. Is that what you're mainly hearing now?
Yeah, most people aren't talking. I mean, we're trying to use golf voices here, me and Mark, but most people, there's a little bit of a buzz, but people are just looking up in awe all around me. And I think it is that feeling of being in it together that is so special, Mark. I think it's spiritual in a way, depending on your beliefs, but it does feel like something so much bigger than us.
Something is bigger than us.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it.
We have to put our glasses back on, Lester, 1 second.
Yeah, that's the key. Is to get those glasses back on.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see a little bit of sun peeking through now, just a tad. Tell me more about what you've been looking for today, Mark, because you have this fancy telescope set up. What have you been?
A couple things. I want to show people what it's like as the moon moves across the sun's surface. So
Okay, it's over in Houlton. Now, if we look at the track, you can see that the shadow is now moving out into the sea. Actually, we'll look at the flyover. This tells us exactly what provinces in Canada. It's now over New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island. And I don't know if there are any feeds from there. So that is pretty much it. It was all over very quickly, but I think that last one, that last totality from the ABC, or that was the NBC stream. That was quite good. Watching from Sao Paulo, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Brazil, welcome. Well, if you just joined us, you've missed it. It's pretty much over. The shadow is now moving out into the sea. Still over Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick and Quebec. And actually there's a bit more land that it's coming to there, but I think that's Canada. Incredible coverage. Thanks from Spain. Thank you very much. Thank you for this. We got to experience this with you all. Yeah, see, that's the good thing about eclipses. Brings people together. San Rafael, California. Is that California, USA? Thanks for watching. All right, as you can see, the shadow is now out over the sea, and it's just coming to... See, I don't know what that is. I don't know my geography very well. Actually, it'll tell us in a few seconds when that shadow reaches that land. It'll tell us what it is. Oh, it's Newfoundland and Labrador. Okay. Another province of Canada. I'm just going to check if there are any feeds from Canada. I don't think I've got any, actually. All right, well, I might end the stream then. Got a couple of viewers there watching from Odessa, Texas. Thank you very much. All right, so I'll end the stream, and thanks everyone for watching. We had a lot of fun, and it went by very quickly. And remember, Sydney 2028. If I'm still around, I'll be streaming that one right here from my observatory with my own feed, as long as it's not cloudy. All right, so good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, and thanks for watching.